Don't worry, I don't want to be. Not yet. Got a whole essay to see the mission. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone else has done like a paragraph. They've written the whole essay. Fair enough. We could just slowly read this if we're struggling for time. We're like, we got 10 minutes? Oh, let's you want to know something about Team Ignition? Well, here you go. Since we are a diamond team, I'm surprised we even got invited. No. I'm just reading what they put. I'm surprised they've put that. I think we're going to be the free team of this tournament. Because the thing is, I know like one of the teams very well. I get on along with all three of them. Orange Slice. Yeah, literally, I think they said, what's your team? So he said, also Hello Kingdom, obviously, we really need an introduction. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I do. There we go. So we starting like up top or we starting down? Yeah. We're doing one quarterfinal, one semi-final, we're doing two quarter. Oh, the third one. Never mind. Yes, I see that now. There you go. This is don't know, it's in the questionnaire. Yeah, see that. We're doing semi-final as well, aren't we? Oh, perfect, yeah, that's fine. That's chill. Oh yeah, perfect. That's fine. No. Sure.
Back. Loading the tea. Not quite. Every sip gets me a little bit closer. Yes, how do you want to do this today? Do you want to lead, as soon as you're doing both days, do you want to take the lead on it and chip in with some anecdotal bullshit over there?
Well, I can do on both calls, so it's probably better for me to be not focused group days, so I can do it.
Yeah. And then the actual commentating as well. Do you want to do back and forth, or do you want? How do you? What are you feeling?
I'm in the mood for either.
Very decisive there, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm a great decider.
Let's do it. Let's see how it goes then.
Depends what the game's like.
Apparently, my mate who's watching this from here.
Yeah, there's no way he can hear that. There's no.
Okay, let me do a test. Drink, if you can hear this, what is 2 plus 2?
Yeah, same. I can hear it now.
Yeah.
That's weird.
He can hear me because he's just answered 4, so he can definitely hear me.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer.
I mean, thank God we weren't slating anyone. And, is it Grimsby Gash you're a fan of, or is it Port Vale? I can't remember.
No, the Grimsby is V-shake. Port Vale's Potter.
What's your team? Bristol Rovers, that's it. Yeah. Thank God we've discovered that before that began as well.
goodness.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Top Bash. Obviously, first stream, first big event here. We are live, and here we are. Well, ready for a big 2 games today. We have, obviously, that will be shown shortly. But alongside me, we have Sky alongside me. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Gas. Slightly late at the start there. Just, first big event like this, there's always going to be a few issues in the background. But we're finally here, which is the main thing. And it's great to be casting alongside you again, Gas, because obviously we know each other from other tournaments and what have you in casting. So this one is going to be a pretty fun affair because, yeah, you've got some good players lined up and I'm looking forward to it. I've had my cup of tea, so I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling ready to go. And yeah, hopefully we can get this underway whilst we just allow a bit of time for the players to sort of get into it.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, 8 teams, big quarterfinals. Get 2 games today. We've got one at 5. Obviously, all to be shown as it says at the bottom. It says at the bottom we have Roll Strikers versus Team Ignition as our first series. And yeah, should we go into some info on the teams?
Yeah, lay it out on me. I mean, we did give all the teams a sort of questionnaire to fill out beforehand, and as Rocket League players are one of the most consistent type of players you can find in the esports world. Obviously, not all of them answered all the questions, but then some of them did in quite a detailed response. So we've got some information, but we can certainly, whilst we're waiting for the toys, we might as well go into it. So first up, Team Ignition. Do you want to tell us a couple of bits about them?
Yeah, obviously, Team Ignition, freshly formed team, finalized earlier in January, so start of this year. Basically, a new team looking to build more chemistry in this tournament. Before this tournament, we have a lot of them as play style as individuals. They play exciting, fast playing, and a dynamic roster that love passing plays and play out from the back. So a bit like football in real life. You see that a lot of teams now, they do that. And, well, we've been told not to be surprised if we see solo play from one of their players. So that's something to keep our eye out for. Yeah,
I mean, I've always got to say, a team that the amount of detail they gave in their sort of playstyle and how they're looking to perform. I don't know whether that's overconfidence or actual confidence in that they have this ability. It's going to be an interesting one to see, but they certainly know how they want to play, which is the key thing. And I think certainly when you get into this sort of level that of Rocket League players, they're teetering on the edge of sort of getting into the Grand Champ, and they know what they do. They've got mechanics and what have you. So whether they can gel as a team is always a big factor, and they've obviously got a good starting foundation in sort of knowing how they want to play. And like you say, playing like more of a football, playing out from the back. For me, that's personally quite a dangerous one. In Rocket League, it's not a big field, so if you're trying to play from the back, then you leave yourself open. But yeah, nonetheless, it's exciting to see how this Ignition team will sort of fare up.
Yeah, obviously we're looking at career highlights. There's no big past results that they have shown so far. So obviously, as I said, new roster. So it's going to be the first real showing of them in this tournament and what they can provide potentially outside of this tournament, and if they can go further. And obviously, 4-man roster. We don't know which 3 will show up alongside us. Hopefully, Ignition Mango, the one that's got Mango in front of his name, will be there. obviously looks like he's either the owner or at least the captain for this team. They haven't named a captain directly, so hopefully it's him because he has Ignition at the front of his name. But yeah, it's Mango. Do not worry, we've had that fed through to us, and you have Turian, Jet, and FaZe as their other players. And I mean, we have the time. Should we want to go into the players individually, Sky?
Might as well. It's sort of the individuals. I don't know if we got individual stats to them. I don't think we have. No, we haven't, from what I can tell, unless you've got anything. So I'll tell you, but because we haven't got the individual stats, I mean, why don't? Because I would say let's have a look at opponents. But like I said earlier, I mean, their response was nothing.
Yeah.
So we don't know how they're going to perform. So we might as well sort of see, what's in store for these teams going forward in the tournament and how it's sort of all structured up. Because this is, if anything, this is going to be a good warm up for sort of the teams that are sort of playing in the new championship in PCS, the Premiership Championship Series. I think I got that right. Yeah. So good warm up for them, but as you can see, they're starting in the quarterfinals, and it's essentially 8 teams going up against one another in a literally knockout format. Nothing too fancy here for a first stream. We've got to keep it nice and straightforward, make it easier to follow. But yeah, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and grand finals. So I'll ask you the question then, Gas. I mean, if you were one of these teams going forward, how would you approach this? Do you go all guns blazing from the start, or do you just kind of take it a bit easy and try and assess out your opponents? How would you go for it?
It depends on the playstyle. If you're more offensive as a team, and it also depends on seeds. We have a variety of teams from Diamond through to C3 playing in these. So I know as a top seed, they'll probably be looking to push, get goals early on. But in these tighter matches, I think you'll see game 1 and potentially game 2 sorted on sussing out your opponent and how to beat them, because that in the end could be crucial. Obviously, quarterfinals today, we have Brawl Strikers Ignition on stream first, and at 6 o'clock, I believe, we have next Destiny's Team Silent versus GG Team, 2 matches which are believed to be very close. And then tomorrow we'll have the semi-finals and the grand finals for you. And as you can see, matches today have been put up on stream, which is absolutely perfect. And obviously the 2 quarterfinals, well, we'll find out tomorrow, or we'll find out during the stream. Depends when they're played.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about these sort of tournaments is the fact that there is a sort of element of unknown, because yes, these teams have been seeded. They're sort of based on how they sort of fare in terms of their Rocket League rankings. But as you're probably aware, Gas, from casting many games yourself, and when it sort of comes down to it, when you're sort of playing on stream as well, pressure can sometimes get to some players that haven't sort of quite gone out of their comfort zone and sort of playing in these sort of high competitive stakes. So it's really like, I wouldn't put too much into the seeding just yet. It'll be interesting once we've got the quarterfinal results in and how the teams have performed. And I think that's when we can start making sort of some serious predictions as to who's going to be moving on into the next rounds. But I mean, this one for me, I mean, this is the 4th and the 5th seed. So on paper, this is going to be quite an even match. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. You did say suss out your opponent at the start and sort of see how they can do it. But I mean, I totally agree with you on that one. I don't want to go guns blazing too fast. Otherwise, that's it. You shoot yourself in the foot, leave yourself exposed to the bat, and before you know it, you're looking at a Brazil. That's just my opinion. But yes, so I'm looking forward to sort of basically, I'm just excited to see how these teams perform.
Yeah, don't worry, he's slowly getting through his tea. He's getting more excited, and the excitement will only rise as the series goes along. But obviously, both teams 4th and 5th, it's going to be the closest we get, obviously, of the whole weekend. And as you said, it's about the stream nerves as well. Obviously, seeding might not matter to some of these teams, because you might have teams that you said played in these leagues before, played all over us. We know Team Ignition, a newer team. So as a team, maybe haven't had that competitive environment yet where they've played on stream and they have like the nerves. Whereas obviously Royal Strikers, we don't know much about them. Obviously, they didn't fill out the form for us, so sadly we can't provide the information. But they might have the upper hand, and you never know, there could be a surprise 3-0 in here.
Yeah, wait, surprise for who? Do you reckon the Ignition are going to be the surprise or the Strikers? What, I know this is going to be a shot in the dark, Gas, because his first round.
Yeah.
But, what are you feeling up there? Like, what are you going to go for?
I feel like the team that writ nothing in their feedback form are gonna take it. I reckon it's Royal Strikers 3-1. We got two of the players in now, which is a good sign. I believe they're from Royal Strikers, because definitely not Mango and his crew from Ignition. They should be on their way relatively shortly. Maybe we can ask them some questions about their team while we wait. But except for that, what do you think is going to happen in this series? As you said, shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark. I would probably. You're going for the Strikers just based on the fact that they're playing the mental game. They didn't respond. They didn't want to give any secrets away as to how they're going to be performing, how they're going to be playing. So for me, I think I'm going to go for the team that have put down a lot of information about how they want to play. Whether they can do that or not, that is the big question. But of course, best of 5, so they got plenty of time to sort of find their footing. I mean, yes, they are a new team, but I'm feeling confident that they might do it. And whilst we wait, I've got another question for you, Gas, actually. Because obviously we're sort of the maps that we're going to be playing on. Do you reckon that can have a factor in sort of how some teams perform? Because I know Rocket League players they're a finicky bunch. They like things in a certain way and playing in a certain car. So do you reckon map choice has a big effect on teams sort of going into these sort of tournaments?
You know what, I think it does, because a lot of players have obviously their preferred maps and that sort of thing. Potentially Salty Shores might not be everyone's favorite map, or Neon Fields might not be everyone's favorite map. And people sometimes, obviously I've experienced this before, so I'm speaking of past experience, can have certain issues on certain maps due to the potentially frame drops and that sort of thing. But if it's not a map you're expecting, then it could throw someone off. I believe that we might see a game or two to completely thrown over now, as we're going to transition over now, as we see. Here are your stadium selections for today. Obviously, Salty Shores Night being the only one, I believe, not in current competitive. Actually, I think it might be in competitive rotation. Never mind. You obviously have Salty Shores, Utopia Coliseum, DFH Stadium, then Neo Tokyo, and your last one, obviously, you've got to have Champions Field as Game 5. There's no debating that.
You got it, yeah. It has to be the sort of finale, and that's what I'm hoping for, to be honest, out of this one, Gas. I mean, I'm pretty sure our producer in the background will be absolutely hating if this does go to a Game 5. But for a caster, it's what we want to see. We want to see these teams going at it and sort of going the long distance and sort of making it to Champions Field. That's where it all kicks off. And I tell you what, mate, we've got all players ready and waiting in the lobby. So this is a happy time. I'm feeling it. I've had my cup of tea, right, Gas? I'm good. We've got the players in. Let's go. Let's
send them on their way. Hopefully they've read the go message and they join the pitch. But maybe not. Who knows?
I picked too soon.
No, we're sat here. We're gonna sit here. I'll just tell them again just to make sure. But underway, as you said, finally we get some Rocket League in today. Hey, there we go. Royal Strikers joining the field finally. Looks like they have a US player. Hopefully Team Ignition are going to join as well. Otherwise we're going to run into some problems very early on. But yes, they do find the field. Well, one of them finds the field. 2, 3, we have a match on our hands, and my Rocket League has crashed. Oh, things go wrong, eh?
Just what you wanted to start. I'll tell you what, I guess you get your Rocket League sorted, and I'll try and sort of keep you up to date with what's going on the field at the moment. As Wing Evans save on a line early shot from, oh my word. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm Jetix. Oh, okay. That's the thing I struggle with, Gas. I don't know about you, but sometimes some of the names that some of these players come up with, always a bit of a tongue twister, but hopefully I should be able to get through this one as we got a Sean Tiger off the post. Chronix with an epic save, but he can't keep the follow-up out of the back of the net, and I'm Jets snaps onto the top of that one. Beautiful save, but slight double commit on the line, causing the net to be wide open at the back there. And Iron Jets just says, thank you very much. He steps in and sends it into the back of the net. So early doors here. Taking the 1-0 advantage are, of course, the team in red, orange, which is Team Ignition. And we'll see whether... my word, so I'm getting my voice stuck at the moment here, doing all this talking at the moment, but Royal Strikers, they can come back into this one. We will see early doors here, though, so still plenty left to play for. And, of course, best of 5 series as I'm Jets trying to get the second, and he does. And I'm guessing by that reaction, Gas, you're back in the game as well to see that.
I am, and well, it's a good fake from Mango, and Jet is just so much quicker. But there we go. He takes them up to 2-0. And well, very good start for Ignition. They will be loving life right now, as it could be 3 as Jet does take it to the corner. Looks for a pass middle, but Chronic going to get onto the end of it. But once again, we're going to see Ignition on the attack here. But Winged Evan is going to try and beat Mango. He does. Is he going to get the ball center? No, he isn't. Not. Oh, yes, he is. Never mind. Cast his curse a bit early, and Jet taking the ball all the way down the field. He looks to drop it mid. Ooh, bit of a mistouch, but the attack slowly fizzles out from Ignition.
Hey, they're Raw Strikers. They need to work on the communication. There's a lot of double commits and a few triple commits creeping in, and it seems like Ignition are very much aware of this and looking to capitalise on their mistakes as FaZe in the corner. I can't quite get the touch on that. And Chronic's now trying to clear his lines. But at the moment, it seems very much like Ignition are the better team at the moment.
Yeah, it does. And well, the Royal Strikers almost had something to say about that, as they had almost able to put a shot in. And oh my, we've just seen flying cars. And Jet is going to go above Mango. And he's going to put in his hat trick and steal a goal from Mango, and it's a triple commit from Royal Strikers into it. Nothing very royal about their playstyle so far, and his Ignition seem to be lighting up the field at the moment.
They were indeed, and I did call it. I did say it's the double commits and the triple commits, which you've got to watch out for. And they did put in an epic triple commit, which probably had pride of place in the Red Arrows as opposed to on the Rocket League field. But nevertheless, they got a lot of work to do as they're approaching the halfway point. 3 goals down, and they've got to find their communication. Chronic, oh, that's a bit more like it. Pass infield, but didn't quite find his teammate on the end of that one. And now it's a turn of Ignition to try and build up and to make sure they put this game to bed. But as we hit halfway point, Ignition firmly in control.
Yeah, and nothing looks like changing so far. As Evan, he's not going to want to make him touches like that, but it's a good recovery from Kelsier, who looks to shoot it, and it goes in. It's a very good 50 from Kelsier. And, well, we say it's been Ignition, but Royal Strikers finally find that strike onto the net.
You see it so often in Rocket League, those sort of 50s where you're on your offense, you're stretching to try and get the ball and send it into the back of your opponent's net, when you just, in fact, just get red completely and it ends up in the back of your net. Absolutely, oh my word, nearly creeping in there. Winged Evan on the response, he's hit the same post and couldn't quite get on the end of that. And it definitely seems like Royal Strikers have finally woken up. They're here to play now. Chronic's left-hand side of the sidewall lets it run away from him, and Iron Jets trying to clear the lines for Ignition. And it does seem like Royal Strikers, after that goal, is just giving a little bit of spark of energy. Never mind.
Oh, it was good spark of energy it was. They had that good play period, but we all know Catholic Curse exists. Mango catches Chronix off of his line. Perfect placement from him. He picks up his first goal of the series, and his 4th for the team. And well, 4-1, that might kill a bit of momentum if there was any, but Evan is going to beat Mango here, as now Jono looks for his first big play on the ball here, but Chronic is going to, I think, a bit of a failed pinch attempt there, but he's still going. He's still going here all the way. We could see it all the way, but it's a good 50 from Jono, and the attack is not over yet, but what an attempt that was.
Indeed, there's a bit more like it. I mean, even if Royal Strikers lose this one, as long as they don't let this game run away from them, might have a bit of confidence boost here. Face Jono, managed to get the save on that one. His pressure's still on them, very much Winged Evan Didn't quite send it on target, and they got to reset again. But it's turn of Ignition now to apply a bit of pressure with a minute left on the clock. 3-goal advantage. They're going to be feeling very comfortable. We'll try and make it a little bit more comfortable for them. But certainly Royal Strikers, yeah, as I was saying, if they can just ride this one out, maybe get another consolation goal, then in the second game, we might see a little bit of a better performance from the start from them.
Yeah, it might have just been warming up, might have just been stream nerves. But that's going to be Winged Evan with a shot, but Ignition Mango picks up his second save of the game, as now Kelsier is beaten by Mango. The passing plays starting to come out. They did say they like passing from the back, and well, it started to show as Chronix looks for a 50, but Winged Evan looking to transform in. Mango pushing it upfield, isn't going to get the middle he wanted, and well, he is going to get the boost, so cause a bit of disruption here. Never mind, as we see 1v1, and well, Saviour for Jono. He's done bits in the defense here, and it's going to be 4-1 and looking to end 4-1 at this rate.
It's definitely better playstyle, but I think Royal Strikers just need to work a bit more as a team at the moment. It was very much, there was some good solo efforts on their part, but it's just a case of the fact that they didn't really seem to gel as well as a unit as Team Ignition did, and it seems like the fact that Team Ignition knew their playstyle beforehand, but was, that kind of showed in that first game there. They were working well as a team. They did concede that one unfortunate goal for them, but they didn't seem too under pressure from Royal Strikers. So lots to do, I think, for Royal Strikers if they want to try and get back into this series.
Yeah, and I mean lots of positives for Ignite. They scored 4. I mean, in a game 1 on stream, what more could you ask for? Obviously, Royal Strikers, they took a bit of time to get into the game. But they did look a lot better. I think as soon as that edgy, maybe sketchy first minute or two was over, they looked like a very good side that could potentially compete with Ignition. So I think after game 1's done, which it is now, we're on for a very, very entertaining series.
Yeah, and I think as long as as long as Royal Strikers, Ignition will be wanting to sort of do a repeat performance in that second game there. But if Royal Strikers can just keep them at bay for the from the start there, then you might feel a little bit of confidence and sort of just build on that the confidence throughout the second game here. But we will see nonetheless. Certainly a good sign so from Ignition, and they'll be looking to build on that one as FaZe Jono going up against Winged Evan here for the start of game number 2. And we'll see how this one gets underway.
Yeah, and well, it's gonna be a good start offense for Royal Strikers here as they look to push back from a game 1 defeat, and that could just be in. It is! Royal Strikers find the net very quickly. Only 11 seconds in. Winged Evan, a bouncer over Jet, and Jono isn't going to get there. And well, this is the start Royal Strikers wanted. 11 seconds in, they take the lead.
Good read there. It was a slight wayward touch off the backboard from Jet, I think it was. Nearly had the immediate response there, and the triple commit again has left the net wide open, and FaZe Jono has no problem in sending that one into the back of the net. And just when we thought Royal Strikers maybe had a bit of a team talk during that slight break there, no, it turns out they're still triple committing all over the place. So they've got to tighten that up if they want to make sure they give themselves a better chance.
Royal Strikers and that player just like, mine. They all wanted it. But only that does leave your net wide open, I'm afraid. And Mango, brilliant dunk. The defender a bit too far back. And Mango finds the perfect amount of aggression as Kelsier not going to get the clear. Mango slots it top corner. That's a very quick turnaround. 13 seconds, 2 goals, and it's a lead again for Team Ignition.
And I think on that occasion, the Royal Strikers' rotation was a little bit lax as you had, I think it was Chronix just waiting for whatever reason at the near post there, and the ball just sails over his head, and not much Kelsier could do with that one. But, fair play to Ignition. They've picked themselves up after conceding that shock early goal, and looking like they did in the first game. They're looking very good on rotations, good efforts on attempts on goal, and they see a demo on the way out. I've got to see more of that gas, and there's a third, and we're not even at the minute played mark. Jeez.
Yeah, and I think Chronix is going to be kicking himself. He thinks he has it, he drives right past it. Jono, he's 2 for 2 in this game and this series. He's got a very good shooting accuracy, and well, we're not even a minute in, and it's 3-1. But it's a good kickoff for Kelsier, who looks to put it middle for Royal Strikers, but it's not going to affect them in any way as Chronix picks up the ball in offense. It's a good start in offense for Strikers. We haven't seen this much. It's off the post again, and Wing Devon having all the chances for Royal Strikers, but once again, they aren't finding the back of the net here.
And not showing a bit more signs, not a few more opportunities on net, and there's another one there, Face Jono, easy enough for him. And Mango just trying to clear his lines. Jono now off the backboard there, into par for Kelsier though. Wing Devon turns quickly on that one, but sends it wrong side of the post and can't quite get the snapshot he wanted. But it's a good pressure now from Royal Strikers. That's what we saw in game number 1. It's almost like they've just kicked themselves a little bit and finally woken up, and there's almost awkwardly across the net. Wing Devon can't quite get the end of that one, and we're still 3-1 to Ignition.
Well, it's like I'm thinking I've seen a trend here. Royal Strikers concede 3 and they think, all right, we might actually have to attack now. And well, they're doing a good job. They're giving us, and obviously the viewers, a very good entertainment factor as well. Jono is going to beat Wing Devon here. He's going to have space, but Kelsier challenges immediately. No time on the ball for them, as we're going to see Mango look for the 50. It's a good 50 from Kelsier. Kelsier booms it. Jono is going to get it, and it creeps away slowly. It's another good beat from Jono as he looks to send Team Ignition into a 4-1 lead. But Kelsier cuts it out and is going all the way here, actually. All the way here! And oh my... Off the bar, Sky. You can't have any closer than that.
You can't. I'm sure if they had it, they'd be asking for a VAR check on that one. But unfortunately for them, it's not on this occasion now. Here's the turn of Jetix trying to work his way in the corner. The ball's got straight back up the end. It's going to bounce awkwardly across the net. Can Kelsier get the end of that one? He can't. Be impatient, Wing Devon. Oh my word. Kelsier just had to wait a fraction longer and he would have sent that to the top bins. But unfortunately for them, it just doesn't seem like it's their game at the moment, Royal Strikers and Ignition. But you count in their lucky stars at the moment. They're putting in a good effort, but a few frailty signs on defence there. Seems like there could be a few opportunities for Royal Strikers going forward, but with a minute and a half on the clock. Oh, saving a line! Oh my word. Ignition, they're on the back foot at the moment, it seems.
Oh, they're on the back foot by a margin. And Royal Strikers have suddenly picked up form. Where this has come from, I don't know, but they found it. It's just they've pulled out their bucket. They've gone, oh, hello, this is good plays we're making. If this was 1-1, I would have this as Royal Strikers' game to win. And even a 3-1, I still think if they can find the net once within the next 20 seconds, it's their game to win. But we're going to see another good clear from Jono, who's absolutely put in a shift for Ignition this game, and a demo for Kelsier is going to open up the field. A slight double commit from Royal Strikers, and the attack fizzles away as quickly as a Mento.
Quickly as a Mento. I love that analogy there. Love it, Gas. You throw me on that one, though. That's completely caught me off guard here. But anyway, the Wing Devon's left-hand side trying to get the touch in field. Chronix not able to get on the end of that one, and now leaving himself exposed at the back, but nothing more can do with that. Jetix, though, steps up, turns counter, makes it count. Lovely touch there from Mongo off the backboard. Kelsier, awkward touch, leaves it nicely for Jetix though, sends the back end there, and I think that's game, set, and match now for Ignition.
Well, it's certainly game. The set's almost over, and so is the match. But they're obviously Ignition will be on match point, and I'll be honest, that has came massively against the run of play. Royal Strikers had so much possession, so much appliance, and oh my goodness, Jet. What a save. And it's 4-1 again. We're seeing a repeat. No, maybe. Oh, that hasn't found the post either. There's been nothing royal about their striking so far. And that would have been 5, I think. But it drops for 4-1. And well, Sky. It was Royal Strikers' game, but Team Ignition just found the back of the net.
I mean, it's... You got to think, how Royal Strikers only got the one goal in that game? I mean, it was at one moment, it just seems like the ball with that amount of pressure, if you can keep it up, it will eventually end up in the back of the net. But for whatever reason, the luck just was not with them on that one. And you kind of got to give it to Ignition. I mean, when you're being pegged back as hard as they were by Royal Strikers, they played really well in sort of just trying to soak it up. They got the counter, got the fourth goal, which kind of killed the game dead then. But Royal Strikers, they lost it within the first minute, and then they were just playing catch up.
Yeah, it's the same thing as last game. They took about 3 goals down in a minute, and then they had to fight back. And when you're fighting a losing game and you can't score, it must be the worst feeling for them. And especially when that fourth goal went in with about a minute left. Oh, it was Royal Strikers played so well. 7 shots between them, and only 5 from Ignition, but Ignition found the back of the net, and Ignition found the saves where they needed to, and that is what the advantage has been. And well, we're a match point for Team Ignition here.
Oh, indeed, and you got to feel Ignition are going to be feeling confident. It seems like the luck in this series is very much with them, and if they can just get off to another flying start, and they will be looking to ride out this series and take the comfortable 3-0. But Royal Strikers, I mean, they showed signs there, but oh my word, Jetix has again given Ignition the early lead off the kickoff. Jono, lovely touch from him, and Jetix just sends that in the back end net, 1-0.
Well, quick start. That's what Ignition have done throughout the series. They've turned the Ignition on very quickly, and well, they've done it again. 4 seconds it took them for this goal, but Winged Evan gonna not in. Crossbar challenge. The Sidemen would be going wild right now, but they're not here. It's just me and Sky at the moment, and that's gonna be a clear away from Royal Strikers. And now we're going to see Ignition on the attack, but it's going to be Royal Strikers that are finding those saves.
Yeah, they're still looking like they've... Oh my word, he's finally got in the back of the neck. Chronic gets on the end of that one, and with just sheer power drives it home. He had face Jono's beat on the line, follows it up. Don't know how much he meant to that one, but fortunately for Royal Strikers, they've managed to peg themselves back early game. So pretty much as you were, Gas. 1 apiece now.
Yeah, and it's good to see. I think that's the first time Royal Strikers have tied a game up after being behind. So it's brilliant to see. And they're passing as well now. And that can only mean good things if they can take this game. What more could they do? But Ignition, Mango, he's on the rise. He gets the flick. Is his teammate up? Yes, Jet is unchallenged. And well, I was saying it was Royal Strikers potentially to push on, but Ignition stopped that directly in the path.
I mean, it was a lovely play. You got to give the credit to Mango on that one. Round 1 defender, flicked it over the second, and he knew he didn't have to chase it for the third touch because he just knew that his teammate was going to be there to finish it up. And that's, to me, that's just been such a deciding factor between the two teams. I mean, you can tell Ignition, they've probably been playing a few games and warming themselves up beforehand, and they definitely look like a more coherent team than Royal Strikers, who, fair play, they're not double committing or triple committing as much now. But it's definitely been, for me, the deciding factor between the two teams.
Yeah, it has been, and well, Royal Strikers finding their edge all of a sudden, and Mango is going to clear it now as Mango looks for... I don't think he looks to touch the ball again, but he got a bump. He won't be complaining either way here as Winged Evan gets the clear out as Jono looks for it, and Jono gets it. Goal 3, and I think we're starting to dig the grave.
Yeah, it's almost like Jono said, yeah, don't worry about team plays. We can do solo stuff as well. Lovely touch off the backboard, and it just left the Royal Strikers defence in standing, wondering what was going to happen next, and sent it into the back of net is what happened. So they've got a 2-goal advantage now, and Royal Strikers still got just over 3 minutes on the clock, so still plenty of time left to bring themselves back into this one, but they've got to find something quickly as Winged Evan punting that one upfield, lets it run into the path of Jetix. Can he get a second touch or back the wall? Not quite. And 3 minutes left to go. You've got to feel Royal Strikers probably not feeling great at the moment.
No, they just don't. I think they just don't want to have a 4-1. And I'd be the same. I'd want to score a goal, and Chronix pushing upfield, and it's a double commit from Ignition as well. A bit of a mistouch there also as well. I think it was Chronix that went for it, or it could have been Winged Evan, I don't know. The ball was in the way. There's Mango now passing plays. They're really passing it out, but I thought they said they passed out to the back. Apparently they passed upfield as well, as Chronix looks for the ball middle. It's gonna find Mango on the backboard. And where's the defender? Where's Kelsey as Jono looks for the fake, but Evan, very calm, very collected, and he collects the ball away, and it is sent round in 2:15. A lot of time, but the momentum highly with Ignition right now.
There's Jono looking to find a passing field. It's like double commit uncharacteristically from Jetix and Mongo there, and managed to get away with it. As Winged Evans just taking his time on the right hand side here. Lovely challenge though from Jetix again. Can he find a passing field? Goes for the shot on target. Didn't quite get the power behind he wanted it. Face Jono up to this one. And they just let the ball run away from them now. And Ignition don't have to do anything too crazy. They got a comfortable 2-goal advantage. Jetix though off the ceiling into the path. Face Jono not quite able to get on the end of that one. And even though they don't have to do anything too crazy, they're still looking to try and put this game to bed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a minute 30. They'll want the pressure gone. They'll want to be through to the game tomorrow. And, well, we're going to see Winged Evan with a shot, as obviously they don't want to be sent home as a sweep. I'm sure they would love to continue in this tournament. Chronix gets it, gets one. Does he get another? No, he doesn't. And, well, we're going to see FaZe Jono 50 with Winged Evan. We're seeing Royal Strikers on the attack, but they just don't provide in the final 6. And, well, we're going to see KAG get bumped, and, well, with a minute left, it's basically exactly as I said last game. They need a goal before 30 seconds, and if they keep momentum, they could get back into this game. But last time I said that, Ignition scored, so I might just stick quiet for a small bit.
They got the offensive pressure now. Ball's awkwardly across the net, but neither team. And on the double commit is left Winged Evan all alone at the back. Passing field by Mango into Jono into the back of the net. And they were pushing so hard, Royal Strikers, to try and find that goal to give them a glimmer of hope, and just went too far up the field. Left themselves, I suppose, at the back, and Winged Evan, nothing he can do with that one. But a good counter nonetheless from Ignition. And this I wouldn't have predicted this one, but we could be seeing, Gas, our third 4-1 victory in a row.
Well, I'm seeing deja vu, I think. It's exactly the same as game 2. I said that 3-1 they needed a goal, and Ignition got the goal. And I might be living in a simulation, who knows, but more onto the game itself. Jetix, good 50 with Winged Evan. Kelsey is up, and it's going to be a 50 with Mango. 10 seconds left. Ignition have done the job today. They will be more than likely moving on to the semi-final, and it's well played from both teams. Royal Strikers, they had the attack, but they didn't have the strike that went in the net, and well, 3-0 sweep. Ignition couldn't have made it look easier.
No, they couldn't have done, and you kind of feel like, I mean, I called it. I hate to put it out there, Gas, but I did say at the start, a team that sort of wrote that much information about how they want to play, they seem like they were a consistent team, and if anything, I would say to them, just watch the rotations. They were quite wide on a few occasions, which did allow Royal Strikers, a few glimmers of hope. But on the day, it just wasn't. They just seemed to lack a bit of an edge, Royal Strikers. Didn't have the aggression to try and take Ignition out of their comfort zone. Whether that would have been the case, put some demos in or just be a bit more aggressive on your rotations, don't know. But you got to give it to Ignition. They played a really good series there, and definitely one to watch out for, I think.
Well, it's like you said at the start. If they write as much on paper as they play Rocket League, they'll be fine. And they've clearly done their work. And, well, it's paid off for them. They get the absolute chill of making the semi-finals now. And, well, that is the first game done. But don't worry, we aren't leaving you guys yet. We have another series in around 10 to 20 minutes time where we'll see next Destiny Team Silent take on GG Team. Obviously, we were talking about at the start, this being a 4th versus 5th seed game, and that's a sweep. So, what do you think the next series will bring us?
I don't know, Gas, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to have another one. I'm going to, think about this one for the break, and then I'll let you know my predictions when we come back. I'm sitting on the fence at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. So we'll see you after the break.
Beautiful.
series of the day. Welcome back. And we have a very long team name that is cutting across the whole bottom overlay, but I'm sure that's very funny to see, but I'm sure it will sort itself out. But we have Next Destiny Team Silent versus GG Team, 2nd seed versus 7th seed. So a lot to expect from a 2nd seed team. And I mean, it's on stream. So do we see the 7th team potentially cause an upset here?
Well, that is the big question. And, you know, word on the street is as well, the first seeds, Error 404, absolutely annihilated their 8 seeds in their quarterfinal game. So you gotta think that with that in mind, yes, they got to put in a performance. Basically, being the 2nd seeds, you got to think that they will put in a performance and they will sort of take this one home. But anything's possible, Gas. Anything's possible. But I don't know. What any thoughts? Any thoughts on your end of how you see this one going then?
Well, it's as you said, 2nd team seed. They should take this, but it's Rocket League. We all know anything can happen. And well, both of these teams have pulled out a questionnaire response, and we're going to get into it. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. We're going to start with GG Team. They're a team quite recently formed as well. That's our 2nd of the day. And, well, they are playing a LAN in Belgium in April. So they are going to big LAN events. They clearly have stuff to do. So you have Scary Lord, Titania, and Nyx on this team. Titan being the captain. They do seem to like passing plays as well as a team. And it's another team that don't have many results. GG Team did play in Indie Gaming League, and that's the thing. I'm sure a lot of you will know that as IGL, but sadly that is up and running as Titan hit 3rd in the 1v1 league, and Nyx and Scary were not participating in the side, but they are playing in the, and Titan is the manager of Hellhigh Esports, who will be participating in a Belgian student league. So a lot about management and a lot of experience there, which might come into tournaments, which could give them the upper hand in a stressful scenario.
It could do indeed. And speaking of Titan as well, I saw that he likes to demo. And anyone that's sort of seen any streams that I've done that I've casted on, I like players that like to demo because I think that's such an underrated mechanic. I mean, people sort of, you know, it's very decisive. There are some players that don't like demos and just think that it should be sort of taken out. I'm the opposite. You know, it's there for a reason, and if it can be used to a great effect, you can open up so much space, especially in the 3v3. If you take out that 3rd man or 2nd man, you basically put the pressure straight on your opponent, and anything can happen. So I'm going to be watching out for him to make sure that he lives up to what he's written down in his into the questionnaire. And if he doesn't do it, I'll be having words with him afterwards.
Yeah, he's just going. I'm gonna be there, sat watching the game. He's like, "Oh, Titan's missed another demo. Oh no!" But our other team, our 2nd seed in this tournament, Next Destiny Team Silent. They formed around. Seems like it was May 2021. The first member, Perversa, was in the team, and the team fully formed around season 2 in Rocket League. So I mean, it looks like they're a team that have been going very long. Obviously, they've written here the few bits, which means they're missing out on GC. They've played in IGL as well, so they've got that as alongside. And to give them the upper hand, they're playing in Nitro League as it currently stands in the lowest division. Love the smiley face on the end. And well, career highlights at the minute. They are entering the PCS at the minute, and obviously this tournament at the minute. And Perversa is trying his luck in RSC this season. He's playing in Challenger under Panthera Esports. So I mean, lots from him. I've heard of Perversa before, but his teammates Long Raccoon 439, Feanor 09, and Jew Gamer 28. So another team which looks to have potential here.
It does indeed. And when you've got players like Perversa, you know, that's currently playing in RSC, the idea of playing on stream as well, because sort of definitely, I can't remember if he has played on stream or not, but, you know, being in that environment can definitely sort of help out and maybe sort of settle the nerves a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, looking at these two teams, I mean, despite this being, a second seed versus seventh, there's a lot of players in there in both teams that have good experience, whether it be in sort of in the competitive nature or just playing as a team. And we might see, hopefully, more of a closer series than what we did in the previous series. But you know as well as I do, Gas, anything is possible once you hit the go button on Rocket League. And I don't know which way. I thought I would sort of know. I thought, judging by the fact that we can actually sort of see responses in the questionnaires by both teams, I thought there would be something that would sort of stand out for me as to sort of give me an idea as to who I'll be voting for in this one. But I don't know which way this one's going to go. I'm quite intrigued to see. I'm going to ask you actually, Gat. I'm going to throw it over to you rather than sort of stumbling over my words. I'm going to ask you the question before you get in there before me. Who are you putting your money on for this series?
Well, I've seen Perversa play a bit. I know he's a very good player, so I'm going to put it on Next Destiny. I'm not going to say it's going to be a sweep, though. I reckon that a GG team will take a game. Obviously, they've been around a bit longer than Royal Strikers had been, Ignition had been. They still took the game. And, well, if a team with more experience, less experience can put on a show like that against Royal Strikers, a team with more experience could give us a game or two and game 4 or 5 here.
Could do. So I tell you what, just because it could be one of these really annoying things, especially with Twitch. If we get into this match and then it goes straight into the ads, I know there'll be a lot of people up in arms on the chat about that. So we might as well sort of get the ads out of the way and be back in a minute. I reckon.
And well, here is your bracket. If you are still with us at the time, obviously, as we've talked about before, Royal Strikers, it's not tea time yet, as Team Ignition got the 3-0 onto Royal Strikers, and Aero 404, well, they decided that they weren't going to let an underdog story happen. 3-0, 11-0, 7-1 and 7-0. Good night, simple. And obviously, we have Next Destiny Team Silent versus GG Team on stream. And off stream, we have Orange Slice versus Driving Aces. So, two closer matches up. You have second seed versus 7th and third versus 6th. So, what both of these series are going to bring us will be interesting, but we will be sat in the quarterfinal 3 with Next Destiny Team Silent versus GG Team.
And I'll tell you what, looking at the bracket there, I'm quite intrigued. It's a shame. It is on stream. It's happening tomorrow. But that Team Ignition versus Aero 404, judging by what we saw in the previous series, that's going to be one to watch out for tomorrow for sure. But that's tomorrow. We're talking about today now. And I've got to say, thinking about it, I've got to go with who do I go for in my prediction? That is the big question. I'm gonna go with Next Destiny, just based on the fact that they are the number 2 seeds, and I feel it deep down that they're going to live up to that hype. And if they don't, I will be having words with them after the match and asking what went wrong, basically. But that's who I'm going for. Before I'm just going to get that on the table now. Next Destiny is the team I'm going for today. Gas, what if, out of interest, if you're placed lower seeds, you reckon that has how much of a factor do you think that has? I mean, I asked about sort of maps in the previous series, but being a lower ranked seed in a tournament like this, how do you reckon that's sort of going to be affecting the players, if at all?
Well, they have that pressure that they're playing a higher team, so potentially not an easy game, but they also don't have the pressure to win the series. Obviously, 1st versus 8th, Tram 2 didn't have the pressure to win that series. No one expected it. That's why it's a good underdog story. And it's the same here for GG Team. No one really, I mean, we haven't on the desk either. Neither of us said they were going to win it, so they don't have that pressure. And I mean, if the pressure gets to Next Destiny, then I mean, it's all in thing. Players are in. We can tell them to go. They're all in. We're all ready to go. I believe we are ready here as well. You ready, Sky?
I am ready. I haven't quite finished my tea, but it's there. It's ready to go. So let's get this series underway, and let's see if my prediction stands up or not.
Well, we're going to let him have the last bit of tea, get the last bit of hype up, and underway we go. And Scary Lord already gets a brilliant clear out as he looks to push his team away, but Feanor looks for the ball middle. Scary Lord beats, and Pavasur is there. So it's going to be Pavasur, Feanor, and Myla Skyfall versus Tatan, Scary Lord, and Nyx. Obviously, those three were the main three anyway, and it's going to be a shot from Myla, undefended. Good start for Next Destiny, 1-0.
Indeed, and you just saw the defense just creeping up a little bit too far there. NYX just wasn't sure whether to go or whether to stay back, and in the end that hesitation just caused him to be completely out of position, and it's an easy enough goal for Next Destiny. And but they seem to be playing all right in the first 30 seconds there, so you know there's still plenty left to play for. This is best of 5 again, and we're only sort of 30 seconds gone, so still plenty left in this.
Yeah, of course, and I mean it's only 1 goal. Sometimes you saw Royal Strikers down. Oh my goodness, almost down 2, but we saw Royal Strikers at this point down 2 or 3. So GG team, strong defense for the start as Nyx looks to beat Myla, but Myla gets the ball pass into Tatan, gets the clear as well. Pavasur does get the clear there, but we're going to see GG team look to push forward, and never mind. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be one of them for GG team where they're sat on the back line, defend, 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 and they get a breakaway goal. But time will tell.
Yeah, if I was them, oh my word, Skyfall nearly having an absolute doozy of a redirect on that one. Didn't quite send it on target. It's a crossbar and out. But as I was going to say, yeah, GG is as the underdogs just soak up some of this pressure, and the opportunities will come. It's when you start to get a bit antsy and you start to push forward way too hard. That's when you leave yourselves slightly exposed at the back. Scary Lord trying to get it on to the end of that one, but Pavasur taking it to left-hand corner now. Can he get past the team? He can find his teammate in the middle. Skyfall into the back of the net. Lovely team play, 2-0.
Yeah, and that's how it's done. Pavasur beats 2. And, well, Myla's just got an open net. There you go. Bish bash bosh. 2-0. Simple as you like. 2 minutes gone. So, I mean, it's not that bad at the moment for them, but it could be better for GG's team, and that's a very good kickoff, and that's going to be ball middle, and that's going to be my game deciding it doesn't want to be alive anymore. Oh, my goodness. What a day I'm having.
Oh, Gas, you just missed the 3rd goal there as Pavasur coming in from the midfield. Scary Lord just pushed it a little bit too far into the centre of the net, and not much you can do with that one. It's a lovely placement into the bottom corner, sends Next Destiny 3-0 up with 3 minutes left on the clock. So they just got good basic now. Scary Lord trying to find the left-hand side, but Feanor reads that one quite nicely. Pavasur just taking his time in the corner. Tatine trying to work some magic now here for GG, but hasn't quite worked out in his favour. They managed to retain possession though, left-hand side. Skyfall thinks better of it though, sends it straight back on there into the GG half. And it's their turn now to apply some more of that pressure. Pavasur left-hand side. Not much you can do with that one, as I've just seen Gassy rejoin the lobby. So as I take a sip of tea, feel free to keep us updated with what's going on.
Yes, I will. And as soon as I come back, GG team, I'm going to show a bit of their momentum. And if this is good from them, they push forward. But the stronger team will avail, in this case being Next Destiny. It's a double tap from Myla. Feanor looks for the shot. Scary Lord. It's good 50, and it's 3-0 so far. And we've seen GG team have a chance. And it's good for them to have these chances. It shows what they can bring here. Skyfall looks for a good boom, gets it, and Tatan gets the clear, and that's maybe not a bit of a shot, but looks for a ball middle. And none of the GG team looking to push forward. They're all looking to defend, and well, if they're going to want to win games, they're going to want to be taking these chances where the ball is left to push it upfield.
Yeah, get that. Make sure that first man is straight on the ball, applying some pressure. Because if you give a team like Next Destiny, who seem like they know what they're doing and here to play, you've got to make sure there's some pressure, so you don't give them as much time on the ball as you can. As NYX trying to punt that one on forward, sends it a bit skyward. Tatine though trying to get the redirect. Scary Lord can get on the end of this one, not quite able to get a touch. Feanor now bring this one up into the middle, and Pavasur not quite doing it with a minute left to play now. This is quite a mountain for GG to come back in first game.
It is, and we almost saw a brilliant passing play from them. I know they said they like their passing plays, but it almost got a bit too fruity. But it's going to be GG team hanging on 2 or 3-0, which honestly, how the first versus 8th seed game went, I'd say they're doing pretty well. And it's only game 1, so a lot of it is getting the information they need onto GG. Oh, never mind. Perversa gets the flick over one, and the second one isn't going to get the save. 4-0.
You saw Scary Lord there rotating back ball side. It just causes so much issue if you're the second man waiting in net there, wondering what your teammate's going to do, whether he's going to turn or not, and just awkward on the defense there. And I think, you know, going into the second game, GG not looked bad. They're not looked out of sorts, but it's just the fundamentals and basics which I think they just need to tighten up a little bit. Oh my word, Fendor nearly getting a golden opportunity. He's got a chance now, right hand corner, right hand side even, trying to find a passing field into path of Perversa, but all three of the GG team on the line. It's almost like they're battening down the hatches now, and they don't want to make this one an absolute riot, but 20 seconds left, 4-0. You've got to think this is Next Destiny's game.
Yeah, it has to be. I have not seen a comeback this good in a while, but 10 seconds left on the clock, and well, Next Destiny, as you'll see in the stats, have had a lot of shots this game. And, well, oh, we might see GG team actually. Oh! You know what, I was about to say we might see a GG goal, which would be brilliant for their momentum. But it's not going to be. And 4-0 game 1. I'm sure that Next Destiny will be proud. And, well, GG team won't be scared that much.
No, and they shouldn't be scared. I mean, you know, the goals, I think, from Next Destiny came just off the back of slight mistakes there. But you see, wow. I didn't actually realise it was that bad, but only the one shot counted for GG team. But there were opportunities, though, and I think it's just getting that final touch on the ball when the ball comes in across the net. Just, you know, go for it. Give it your all if you're the first man up, and just make a touch at the end of the day. And if it goes on target, then you never know what could happen with Next Destiny. But if you're not getting that finishing touch, then you've got no opportunity of getting a goal, that proved to be the case in that one. But fair play to Next Destiny, looking a very strong team, it seems.
I think definitely looking like a more deserved second seed as well. But that one shot, as I said earlier on in the game, when they get moments that they have the ball in control, they don't need to just either give it away or just sit back and wait. If they attack the ball, I think they catch them off guard. And well, we had a bit of a map kerfuzzle here, and we are back into Salty Shores. I'm sure one of the teams might like this as well. That we're gonna hopefully send them in. I'll tell. Don't worry. They are gonna be sent them in, and well, this is gonna become a. Oh, well, sorry, Sky. What are you saying?
No, I was just saying it's a nice map. I mean, I don't mind it too much, but I know some players sort of find it very bright and what have you. But no, I don't think it's all right. I think it's a nice map.
Same. I'm agreeing with you on that one. Yeah, and fair enough. If the people love it, we'll play it. And well, Nyx looks for a clear there. Not what he would have wanted, as that could have been an attack for them, but it's slowed down as Scary had to take it away. And Nyx is going to look to do it all the most. 7th seed, but he's going to... But, well, I've said they needed to attack the ball more, and then they've listened. And, oh, never mind. Listen to my advice. Be a goal down in 30 seconds.
It was just Tatine there, just as third man. It happens so often, that sort of, particularly with sort of low ranked players, you just see them just get a little bit antsy if they're the third man, and you got your first and your second up the field. Just patience is what you need in that situation. Just kind of watch, see how the ball develops. There, can you get under that one? Not quite. We're nearly at their first goal, but the ball's awkwardly across the net. Tatine, can you get under that one? It's off the post. And they came so close, GG, to finding their first goal, but not on this occasion. Oh my word, Gas, so close. Not quite.
Very close, and well, I must say I'm impressed. Scary Lord almost had the double tap. I don't know where he's found that in his arsenal, but fair enough to him. Massive props to them. Because GG team are taking the game to Next Destiny, which is brilliant. I love this. I love the amount of back and forth gameplay. Don't concede now, please. Oh my goodness, never mind. What a save from Titan, and that's going to stick it at 1-0.
beautiful save. I didn't think he had anything on it, but he got just enough, and he had the assist from the crossbar on the save on that one. And he'll take every help he can, no doubt. But again, it just came from the third man, pushing up a little bit too far. But here they come now on the offense. Tatane on the end of it! He's found the first goal for GG. And could we see some sort of an epic response? I don't know. I'm probably getting way too excited for this. But, you know, we went a whole game without them scoring a goal. I'm just happy that they got one.
Well, I mean, they've had 3 times the amount of shot they've had, and they're equaling Next Destiny in shots. So, I mean, looks like a completely different team, and I think they're going to catch Next Destiny off guard. And honestly, I'm so hyped now. They've got a goal back. I can see them going for this. The casters are going crazy, but never mind. They're called out in defense, and Skyfall is going to catch the ball off Feyenoord. And Titan had to wait in net as he was looking for the demo. We haven't seen many demos from him. He likes his demos. We haven't seen them. I'm sure Sky secretly is disappointed. But Next Destiny take the lead.
I'll tell you what, Gas, I'm absolutely devastated that I haven't seen him living up to the hype that he gave me. Oh, and he's caught flat-footed, and he's going to squeeze in into the bottom left-hand corner there. Oh, my word, straight off the kickoff. MYX, Nix, whatever you want to call him. Just couldn't quite get it under control. Took a little bit too long. And Feyenoord, as quick as he is, gets on the end of that one, sends it into the back of net. And just when we had hope that GG were in this game, they've now got another 2-goal advantage to make up.
Yeah, they have. And, well, I mean, we saw them score 1, so what's stopping them? Maybe it could be Feyenoord here, but never mind. They've gone back to playing a bit more defensive. And I think if they mix the play styles, they'll find it perfectly, because 1, their defense is immaculate, and their second play style, their offense is almost immaculate. So, I mean, if they get the right mixture here, the chemical reaction will be perfect, and it might produce a game win. But we're going to see Feyenoord look to push it upfield to Skyfall. Skyfall back in the middle. Feyenoord flicks it, but Titan gets the better of him. There's Perversa. Looks to put it onto the backboard. Does. Anyone in the middle? No. Oh my god, backflips everywhere. Feels backflip, man. And now we're going to see Next Destiny again pushing it upfield. And it's going to be goal number 4. Feyenoord pops it in at the near post. And we've seen 4-1 before. But it doesn't look like it's going to stay this way. 4-1.
It doesn't. It's almost like Next Destiny was so agitated that they conceded that goal that they've absolutely dominated since. And just over 2 minutes left to play on the clock. It's just the fundamentals, I think, for GG that they just got to tighten up. And they could have a second goal here, though, but saved on the line. Scary Lord trying to keep this ball alive. Takes over Perversa, but it's Skyfall and Feyenoord. Not too sure who got the touch on the end. I think it's Feyenoord keeping the ball out the back of the net. Just not enough pace there from Scary Lord. But this is good signs now. If they can find a quick one here to Teen on the end of that one, but not quite the touch you wanted. And yeah, it's good signs from GG, but they, again, just not able to get the finishing touch, it seems.
Yeah, and well, I do like seeing a bit of a challenge. And that's a demo onto Scary Lord, and that's not going to be in. The demo almost created an open net for Perversa, and Titan now is going to boom the ball downfield. But Perversa is good on offense, good on defense, and Nix is not going to find the ball. And now it's going to be Titan who looks to push it middle. Isn't going to drop down, and it just fades away. Scary Lord beaten by Feyenoord. Nix looks for... it's going to be a crucial miss. And with a minute left, 5-1, game might be out of sight.
I think it is. This Next Destiny team is looking like they want to make sure that people know that they are the second seeds. And just, yeah, basic mistakes there from Nix. Completely misreads it, ends up in the back of the net. And don't think that's what they wanted. But early signs, I mean, they're going to have to do a reverse sweep, which is going to be difficult to say none the least. But they've showed a few signs as Titan now. Trying to find a passing field. Nick's not able to get on the end of that one. Scary Lord, got to be careful here. And if they could get a quick, some sort of consolation goal, then you never know. Scary Lord trying to get the ball upfield, takes it over Feyenoord, but good read from him, sends it into the corner. And just over 30 seconds left, they've got a second. No, they haven't.
Well, Feyenoord's got his hat-trick and his saviour. He's having a hell of a game. He doesn't get sympathy here. He gets no charity. He wants to win, and by a large goal margin. He wants to show the winner of the Orange Slice game who is the boss of the scenario, who is the better team. As Scary Lord looks for another touch, isn't going to get it. Oh, it's going to be Titan in defense. Probably the best player, I'd say, for GG team this series, as they look for a 6th, and Skyfall taps on Feyenoord, taps it away as well. And, well, a very convincing... It didn't look convincing at the start, but Next Destiny made it convincing. 5-1, it's a good win.
Yeah, it's a good win. It's a convincing win as well. I mean, fair play to GG. They did put a few more shots on target on this occasion, but only got the 1 goal to their name, where you got to think... I think when you're going up against a team like Next Destiny, you know, they're very solid in going forward, and, you know, you got to try and throw them out their rhythm. And, you know, as much as I joke about Titan not doing the demos, the fact that they only got the 1 demo from Nix in that entire game just goes to show you that, you know, maybe the aggression is what they're lacking to try and put Next Destiny off their rhythm. And when you're sort of an underdog on that occasion, maybe that's what you need. But they're just not showing it at the moment, and again, not getting the finishing touch when the opportunity comes calling.
Yeah, and well, maybe Utopia Coliseum will be their map. Maybe that will be the map that they shine onto, and that it will give them that beacon from the gods to maintain their game. But it's do or die for GG team here, and Next Destiny, well, they can relax, I think, a bit more for their next game as we send them on to the field. And game number 3, match point for Next Destiny, whereas GG team do have that chance. And, well, game is now underway, as we're going to see a bit of a very good kickoff actually for Next Destiny, retrieved by Nix. The ball is going to... Oh my goodness, I can't speak English now. So we're going to pass over to Sky as they look for a shot, and well... Oh
no!
My! Wow.
Oh, so close, but it just didn't want to creep into the back of the net. Instead, it just bounces along the goal line, just teases them. But they're keeping up possession here. Tateno, but there's an awkward touch into the backboard, though. But he should be easy enough to clear this one. Good speed from Scalar to meet him in the air, but not quite able to get the 50 he wanted. They've got to build again now from the back. Here comes GG on the right-hand side. Tatane takes it past 1. Neither of his teammates really pushing hard. They've got to be careful again not to push too far. There's a third man, as we saw in the second game. That was sort of down for a couple of their goals early doors. Double commit there, but they've managed to get away with it. Tatane takes this one from the back, sends it into right-hand side, but neither of his teammates there. They're both rotating back, and 4 minutes gone. I mean, this is a good start from GG. Gas, at least they're sort of still in this game, very much so.
Yeah, and well, there's a good amount of time left in this game, and well, you said they needed to bring the aggression. We haven't seen the demos, but they've definitely shown the aggression in the offense, and they're not giving Next Destiny a chance, as they've had 2 shots already, and Next Destiny have not even had a sniff in. And while Perversa looks for a clear, isn't going to get it. It might be a bit of confidence here. Scary Lord with a dunker shot onto net. But Skyfall finds the 2nd save of the game. And now we're going to see Feyenoord dunked by Scary Lord. What a performance he's putting in this game as well. Feyenoord is able to clear it away as a big banging clear comes down from Feyenoord. Scary Lord with the save, and it's going to be chill. 3 minutes left, 0-0.
Yeah, and if I'm GG, just keep this up in a moment. Demo on the line, no, take the third man, Scary Lord alone at the back. Skyfall trying to send it in, and Feyenoord is able to convert the opportunity, and just goes to show you what a demo can do. Perversa completely clearing the lines. Skyfall and Feyenoord pushing hard on that one, and it just pays off as we hit the 3 minutes left on the clock mark. And it was such a shame because GG were just putting in a good, solid performance there, but just not able to find the luck that they needed. But it's only 1 goal. That's nothing in Rocket League, and if they can keep up this sort of rhythm that they've shown early doors, then you never know, Gas.
Yeah, exactly. We might see them pull a goal back, but Next Destiny have thrived on the demos and momentum so far. We thought it would be GG team bringing the demos. We were wrong. And well, Milo Skyfall's looking to put a middle, a good middle. But Titan, the star player, people would say, for GG team this series, is not going to find the back of the net. And Scary Lord looks to make an attack, beats Skyfall, Can he beat Feyenoord? Oh my goodness, I think he's gone for a bump there. That would have been, wow. I'd have been stunned if he'd done that. That would have been a sensational play, but it's cleared away calmly by... Oh, never mind. It's not cleared away calmly as Skyfall finds the ball. 2-0, 2 minutes left. Game slowly walking away from them.
I mean, it's almost heartbreaking when you see this happen. I mean, Scary Lord, whether he felt like he had to go for that one or not, it's one of those, like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But he didn't have anyone sort of backing him up from the back post there, and he just didn't have the speed to sort of get in the way of that shot. He's ended up in the back of the net. But you know, I'm not going to say too soon whether Next Destiny are going to go through Feyenoord trying to find passing field. And Skyfall didn't quite get the solid touch he wanted. But yeah, fair play to Next Destiny. They've turned up. They've shown why they're their second seeds, and they're looking like a team to watch out for in the next round if they make it.
Yeah, and I think the Next Destiny will. Perversa potentially putting the seal on the envelope, and it's not going to be 2-0. 90 seconds left in the game approximately, and Scary Lord clears it away, and it's been very tidy from GG team in the defense now, and that could be a third. Oh, Perversa not getting the control needed. Titan looks to push it forward. Scary Lord covers it up, and well, this is good from GG team. They might find the back of the net. They might do, and they do! Yes! Scary Lord, with a minute left, pulls one back, and Sky, game on.
If you're giving the cheers for GG, then just keep your fingers crossed for another minute. There's still plenty of time left to get that elusive equalising goal, but they just got to make sure that they don't allow Next Destiny the opportunity to convert. Just do the fundamentals. Scary Lord, right hand side, trying to find some sort of touch in field. Didn't quite get it, but wins the 50. And Nix now, his turn in the corner, couldn't get it out from under his feet. And Feyenoord gets the better of the 50. Scary Lord's got to be careful of this. Feyenoord and Skyfall chasing hard on this one, and his beautiful touch there in the corner pops it up forward. And Perversa, good meet in the air. This is what we want to see from GG, but they've got 30 seconds left to find that equalising goal.
Yeah, they do, and 30 seconds could be good enough. This Scary Lord keeps the ball up. It's a bang into the corner. Bang middle. Is there someone there? No. Feyenoord is there to prevent that breaking goal, which would lead us to our first OT of the day to turn. Middle. Yes, go on in the net. Oh, Scary Lord almost had it. I love this attack from GG team, but it might be too little. Too late. Ball middle. Oh, it's going to be a 50 over. Can Nix keep it upfield? Oh my goodness, almost puts it in his own net. And that's going to be 0 seconds. It's kept up. Titan. Oh no, Feyenoord drops it. He wants to keep it in. It's GG's. It is 3-0. But there are some very good positives for GG team to take out of this. What a showing from them.
It was indeed. I mean, I think it's just one of those games where, you know, the luck just wasn't with them for whatever reason. I mean, fair play to Tane there. He finally got some demos in, which is good to see. But they were applying the pressure. They were trying to work their way into it. And when you get knocked back on putting so much effort in at the start, and then you find yourself sort of chasing after conceding the goal, it's a difficult one. But you know, going forward, well played to GG. But Next Destiny looked a very solid unit there, particularly in the games 1 and 2. So whoever they play in the next round, definitely keep an eye out for them, because they are definitely ones to watch out for. But you know, fair, well played all around. Another good series there, Gas, and I'm interested to see which of these two teams that we've casted. You know, will they end up in the final? I don't know.
Well, it might be, but that is all tomorrow, and I can give you an update from our other game. Orange Slice have 3-0'd in their game against Flying Aces. So tomorrow we will see Next Destiny play Orange Slice, and if I can remember the brackets off the top of my head, I believe you'll see Error 404 playing against Team Ignition. I think so. I think that sounds about right.
Yep.
Those are both tomorrow, I believe, but from me and Sky on the desk tonight, it is done, and tomorrow I will be joined by someone else on the desk. So Mr. Orksy will be joining me tomorrow. Sadly, I don't have Sky for 2. He's too expensive, apparently. He's too good, too expensive, so they weren't able to afford him for another one. But pleasure as always.
Yeah, it's always good fun casting with you, Gas. And yeah, I feel a bit gutted. I'll be watching on stream somehow, whether it be I have it on in the background or not. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Just final thoughts from me is that it's an interesting one that in this first round we've seen all the teams that have gone through. They've gone through on 3-0s, you know, clean sweeps. There's been no close games on from what we can tell. So the next round is shaping up to be an absolute epic as we have all these teams going head to head now. So I'm excited for it, and it's going to be an absolute blast, no doubt, for you and Orcsy tomorrow, Gas. So good luck with that. But yeah, it's been good fun though.
Yeah, and well, that is going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you for watching Big Top Bash. This was the quarterfinals, and well, tomorrow you have the semi-finals and finals. We might see more sweeps, we might not. It's all to come, and so thank you for watching tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.